In Digifort, you can create extensive and complex automation procedures using simple tools. Here, we use some I/O devices. These are network boxes that has inputs and outputs, but you can also use the inputs and outputs for the from cameras for this purpose. As you know, with the outputs, you usually have relays which you can connect sirens, alarms, or a door open, or even an automation for a machinery or something. Um, Digifort allows you to control I/O devices, not only cameras, but I/O devices as well. There are many manufacturers on the market that has I/O devices. So for the I/O devices, basically you have a list of inputs and outputs, just like you have on the cameras. But this is just a standalone equipment without video. It's just for I/O. It's just for input and outputs. I'll take an example of an automation we have. So here we have a few scripts, a few input events that can be configured. So for example, this event here will be triggered if port 4 of that device is open. You can customize the list of events. So for example, I may want an event to happen only if port 1 and port 2 are closed. So you configure the event of how you want it to happen, when you want it to happen, only when port 1 and 2 are closed. And you can configure the actions. So when that happens, the system will trigger, for example, an emergency light, or will turn on the light, or you can do everything. You can select. You can actually call different actions from different devices at the same time, or you can also call a preset from a camera when that happens. So you can either use it for alarms or for automation. You can also schedule when that event is going to be recognized. Each event is independent, so you can use all your inputs. There are devices that has, for example, 32 inputs that you can use for a multitude of operations. And then you have the output actions. The output actions are configurable actions of the system, because you in the system, when you assign event actions, for example, when that happens, activate something. You cannot activate the output port directly, but you have to work with a script. So you create, for example, that's the social gate. This script will activate port 4, wait 1.5 seconds, and deactivate port 4. But I can do a more complex script, like turn on port 1, wait 100 milliseconds, turn off, turn on and off. This will make the light blink like an emergency light. So you can customize the way that you need. Here on the administration client, you have the status of the ports and outputs for that device, if the device is working or not, and the schedule. And you can assign those ports and events to the maps and create like a control panel. We have a demo of this control panel in another video. Please take a look. And this is the basics of I/O integration and automation of Digifort.